Ever had one of those nights where your brain just goes wild? You wake up and think, what on earth was that asterisk all about? Well, I just had a whole marathon of those, and I've got to share them with you because they are just so bizarre to keep to myself. It's like my subconscious decided to direct its own blockbuster movie series overnight. It all started in a world straight out of a cartoon. Picture this: two birds, looking suspiciously like Mordecai from regular show getting into a heated argument. But what were they fighting about? World peace, the meaning of life. Nope, their hair. They were bragging about their amazing hairstyles, completely dissing anyone with a common or unpopular look. It was a full-on hair bragging battle. Just as things were getting really intense, a raccoon in a suit who, let's be honest, was basically Rigby slams his tiny fist down and shouts, "Stop this hair nonsense. Seriously, stop." Then, get this, he and other raccoons pull out cigars. One of them casually mentions they got them from protesting on the streets, 60s style. I mean, where do you even begin to unpack that? Then, the scene completely shifted. Suddenly, I'm in this small convenience store, but my job is to clean the most disgusting, old bathroom I have ever seen. It was a horror show. There was moss growing in jars, corn kernels scattered everywhere, and, well, you can imagine the rest. It was just so sad and neglected. I just knew they needed to tear it down and build a new one. After I somehow managed to clean it, the lady who runs the store walks in, ready to take a bath. I just couldn't help but laugh at her surprised face when she saw it sparkling clean. She was so shocked. After that, I found myself going upstairs into what felt like a different world. There were four women there, and one of them looked vaguely familiar. I think she's a member of a local church, but the vibe was off. They were all giving me this intense look, like they were planning something. The familiar one, dressed all in white, was walking around, swaying her hips in this super exaggerated way, really trying to act like a femme fatale. The others were playing along, but you could tell their hearts weren't really in it. It was like watching a really bad play. Just before I woke up, the dreamscape changed again. I was walking down familiar streets, but they were transformed. Instead of the usual city roads, they were lined with beautiful autumn trees, their leaves all shades of red and gold. It was absolutely gorgeous. I even saw a couple of my friends there, just hanging out and enjoying the scenery. It was one of those peaceful, perfect dream moments that you wish could last forever. But of course, my brain wasn't done with me yet. Later on, after I'd woken up and fallen back asleep, I found myself in a classroom, reading history books. Suddenly, a former college classmate I hadn't seen in years was there. I felt a bit awkward seeing her, and then she reached out and touched my mouth while I was reading. It was such a strange, random gesture. What was that supposed to mean? Your guess is as good as mine. The weirdness continued. Next, I'm walking through a place that felt like two different roads merged into one. Up ahead, I see another friend, and he's just sitting there, completely absorbed in eating a cheeseburger. As I'm walking towards him, I hear this disembodied voice, like a narrator in a documentary. Say, another trait of an introvert is that they do and bother to see anyone flexing their drawings to them. Okay, brain, that's oddly specific. For some reason, I felt this urgent need to turn back and run, but when I did, the gates behind me were closed. I was trapped. My friend then walks over, hands me a cheeseburger, and starts showing me his drawings. The prophecy came true. Then came the anxiety dream. I'm walking around half naked, wearing only jeans, a face mask, and a face shield perched on my forehead, carrying my backpack. I had this overwhelming feeling that I might have ADHD because I just couldn't stop walking. I'm wandering everywhere home, through the city, all over my old college campus. My apartment in this dream was bizarrely located inside a men's dormitory on campus. I walk in, and this professor I've never met starts spraying the room with something. Then, a classmate I was never close to does the same thing, They just spray and leave. And I just stand there and say, "Thank you." Outside, people were digging a giant hole for no apparent reason. It was chaos, but Dream Me just accepted it. The final dream was probably the most emotionally charged. It was raining, a cold, sleety kind of rain. I am in a place that used to be a supermarket parking lot but has been transformed into this grand, open-air market with tons of barbecue stands. All my old high school classmates are there, wearing these fancy, stylish coats. They all look so successful, like they'd really made it in life. It made me feel a little small, a little left behind. Then, a college classmate, the one I've secretly had feelings for, calls out to me. She wants to talk, to tell me something important. We start walking to find a quiet spot, but my dream self gets distracted. I decide I need to buy us lunch first, barbecue burgers, my treat. As we're waiting for our food, she turns to me and asks, "So, what was it you wanted to tell me?" And my mind just goes blank, completely empty. I'm thinking, we haven't seen each other in years, and this is it. I can't even remember what I wanted to say. I just start stretching awkwardly, and then ... I woke up, and the realization hit me like a ton of bricks. In the dream, I never got to tell her how I felt, and in reality, with the world still being what it is, who knows when I'll get that chance again. It's funny, these dreams about going back to college, about people from my past. It's like my mind is trying to sort through unfinished business, forgotten feelings, and all the weird, random anxieties of daily life. It's a wild ride inside this head of mine. So, what do you think? Do your dreams ever get this strange and detailed? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your weirdest dream stories. And if you enjoyed this little trip into my subconscious, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next adventure. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you next time.